Bitcoin has reached $20,000 in recent weeks. That is twice as large as its 2017 peak when a bubble formed. If you were wise enough, you most likely purchased a sizable number of Bitcoins when the cost was around $3,000. Just 2 years ago, if you had invested in Bitcoin, your money could have easily increased tenfold. The issue remains, however, of how to purchase Bitcoins. I understand that there are many online videos that explain how to get Bitcoins, but let's be honest, the majority of these videos don't provide answers to simple queries. How can I acquire Bitcoin securely? How can I obtain my private keys? What's the use of having a private key? Where do I keep my Bitcoins? How can I be sure it's secure? Why are they always hacked? Plus, there are thousands more queries that the majority of these videos do not address. Here is your step-by-step instruction on how to begin investing safely in Bitcoin. Let's get started. Step number 1. You need to locate a location to keep your Bitcoins before you can purchase any. You can keep them in your wallet once you get a few $100. If you have a lot of cash, a safe may be necessary, or you can store it in a bank where you can access it with your debit card. The way cryptocurrencies operate is the same. However, you must obtain the complete history of Bitcoin transactions in order to establish a wallet. You must have the whole history of the system on your computer or hard drive because it is a decentralized system that cannot be hacked. You may do this by visiting bitcoin.org. Install more than 300 megabytes of blockchain software on your operating system of choice. Good fortune. It will automatically produce a file named wallet.dat when you install it on your computer, and this file will serve as your wallet. If you open it, you'll discover a code that was generated at random. This is your address. Through that address, someone can send you Bitcoins if they wish to. You could theoretically build an infinite number of these wallets in that file. Your Bitcoins will always be with you when you access that file on any machine, anywhere. Nobody can follow you, so you can travel with millions of Bitcoins and nobody will ever find out. And that's one of Bitcoin's biggest benefits. However, nothing in the world is flawless. Everything has conditions attached to it. Step number 2. You must always have a fairly strong password, because if your wallet is unprotected, anyone may access it and quickly take your Bitcoins. But there's no way to get your Bitcoins back if you forget the password. You can get assistance from a bank by calling this number, and that is both its benefit and its drawback. By using a bank, you allow them to manage your money, but in exchange, they have complete authority over it and the right to refuse any transactions. They're accountable if something goes wrong though. But with Bitcoin, nobody is aware of your financial situation. Nobody can freeze your account, and you're free to send them to anyone you like. Your money is secure, but since you're now in charge of its management rather than a bank, anything that goes wrong, even if you unintentionally transmit Bitcoins to the wrong recipient, cannot be corrected. There is nobody you can call for assistance if you lose your password. You can't call the bank to block your account if someone steals your password. You take on the role of your own bank, and if something goes wrong, you are solely responsible. We have online wallets because of this. For cryptocurrencies, online wallets are exactly like banks. All you need to do is sign up and you will instantly receive an address and a 12-word private key. You can quickly send or receive Bitcoins using that address. With a few clicks, you may start sending and receiving money after downloading the program to your phone. Like in the first instance, you don't need to download the complete history of Bitcoin transactions because that online wallet takes care of everything. Even more so than opening a bank account. It is simple. But there's a problem. Everything that seems simple always has a catch. You're the only person with access to your wallet in the first scenario, where you had to download the complete Bitcoin blockchain. But in the second scenario, the online wallet is owned by the corporation, and you're the only one with access to it, just like banks. You don't own a bank as long as you keep your money there. Simply put, the bank creates an account for you and grants you access to it. The bank might in theory block you, put a freeze on your account, or even take your money. However, none of the major banks are likely to take such a step given how strictly regulated they are compared to online crypto wallets, unless you plan to engage in dubious activity. Additionally, since an online wallet has full access to your wallet, keeping your money there is quite similar to keeping it at a bank. Without a doubt, the blockchain is very hard to attack, especially as the system gets bigger and bigger. Online servers can be compromised by hackers, giving them access to user wallets and the ability to steal Bitcoin. This has actually happened with several wallets, including Coincheck, Jaxx, and many more. Does that imply that there is no secure way to keep Bitcoins? There is, thankfully. Have you ever seen a USB stick that included a Bitcoin ledger? They certainly have a good look. They are known as hardware wallets, and they appear to represent cryptocurrency's future. Instead of downloading the entire blockchain or storing your Bitcoins in a risky online wallet, you can get one of these ledgers that already has the Bitcoin blockchain. Once you have one and activate it, the ledger will produce a private key at random that is made up of 12 random words. After that, you must create a PIN code. In contrast to online wallets, sending Bitcoin requires connecting that ledger to a device like a computer and entering your PIN code. Only you will have access to your private key throughout the process. The ledger is the most well-known hardware wallet, and I've included a link to it in the description. How to actually purchase Bitcoins after choosing a location to save your Bitcoins, it's time to learn how to do so. Similar to equities, cryptocurrencies are exchanged. In instances like Coinbase or Gemini, you need a broker that can assist you in locating a person who is willing to swap his Bitcoins for a specific number of US dollars. There are many of them, but from what I can tell, these are the most reliable. Simply create an account and purchase Bitcoins using your Bitcoin address. Pay close attention to the cost because they can range from a small percentage to a sizable sum, depending on the method you choose to use to purchase Bitcoins. You don't want to have to shell out a ton of money in fees, so be mindful of the costs. But the real query is, which should you use, a hardware wallet or an online wallet? The solution is both. While internet wallets are far more convenient for day-to-day transactions, hardware wallets are a better choice if you plan to buy a lot of Bitcoins and hold them for a long period of time. Start with an online wallet if you're just starting out and want to experiment. Spending $100 for a ledger to ensure the security of your Bitcoins is considerably safer if you're serious about investing extensively in cryptocurrency. But keep in mind that you will lose your Bitcoins permanently if you forget your private key. My objective is to make sure that I give you both the positive and negative sides of crypto and then let you pick what you want to do. Many crypto enthusiasts will be disappointed with this video because I missed a lot of details and shed some light on the disadvantages of cryptos. For the love of God, don't fall for the con artists who exploit our name to defraud you or ask for money. Remember that any name will be highlighted with a tick next to it if they are replying to you. Cryptocurrencies have a bright future, but keep in mind that this technology is still in its early stages and has many untapped potentials. It will take some time to address all the problems and make new technology both safe and simple to use, but that is the nature of new technology. Like the internet in the 2000s in a way. The price of Bitcoin may rise to $100,000 or even $200,000, but it also has the potential to fall to pennies. I don't want to discourage anyone, but if you do decide to invest in Bitcoin, keep in mind that it's a dangerous move. However, if it pays out, you'll be richly rewarded. You risk losing all of your investment if it doesn't. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. Click on our previous videos and learn how to invest in stocks for beginners, or click on 4 investor tips you should use to keep your knowledge growing.